Jake, I got some great news. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, I love surprises. What is it, Scott?
Okay, I know you've been down a little bit lately about the news, but I got us 2 tickets to a show.
Oh, all right. I like a show. What show?
Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia.
Scott, that's not... It's not really safe. It's a terrible idea. We can't go to Saudi Arabia right now.
Of course it's safe. It's a wrestling show.
Scott, don't you know fucking Donald Trump literally just fucking started an unnecessary war in the fucking Middle East? We're going to be dragged in. It's going to be super dangerous.
Jake, that's a wrestling angle. That's a WWE Hall of Famer. John Cena the GOAT. CM Punk best in the world. It's all an angle, man.
You're not a smart man.
WWE Encyclopedia Part 20 today on Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd-Bacon.
Hello to everybody out there joining us in the PW Universe. It's Pro Wrestling Palskis. We continue to be remote. We continue to not be live. We continue to apologize, but we continue to deal with life.
Is Florence Pugh going to be upset by this?
For the Puniverse part? That's not how I'm spelling it, but I'm all right with it.
I mean, she might take hold of this. And then granted, I'll jump ship to the Florence Pugh universe any old time.
The Florence Pugh universe, that's what she should call her fans.
She probably will.
The Florence
once she starts her wrestling podcast.
Wait a minute. We're the only wrestling podcast. There can't be more than one.
She can be because she was Paige.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Whatever her other name was.
Fighting with the Family.
That's the only. That's such a shame. That's the only Florence Pugh movie where I go, I don't really want to watch that one.
And it's the wrestling one.
Yeah. Because I really don't care about Paige. I really don't want to know.
It also,
if it was just a fictional character, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all about it.
It also just doesn't that movie is exclusively for people who do not know who she is or follow wrestling, because by the time it came out, we were all aware of what had happened after the movie as far as the story. And it was not, it didn't work out the way that I think the movie.
And we knew that in the marketing, Rock and her hang out. No, they don't. My last girlfriend, she was telling me I saw that movie. Oh my God, it's so great. I'm so interested in her. I go, yeah, I think that movie did a lot of work. That's good that you have that feeling. Did you watch it? No, I saw her. I'm good. I didn't let her know later. Hey, that lady who you were so interested in the real life, she had a bunch of videos that came out. Do you want to watch those?
Anyways, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about, but it doesn't matter because all we're talking about today is the WWE Encyclopedia. It's time for the 20th episode of the quote new encyclopedia.
Sure.
Because we did have one that was before this where we probably also had maybe not 20. We probably did maybe 10 of those.
Oh, I would think more.
Really? Okay. And those all live.
That's a fucking old encyclopedia now.
That lives exclusively on the Patreon, the original WWE Encyclopedia series. For the entirety of 2025, we're halfway through it. Oh my goodness. The entire Pro Wrestling Palskis Patreon is just $5 for everything. $5 gets you access to literally all that is there. There are so many hours of patron exclusive audio, of bonus episodes, of video watch along Wednesdays, video watch alongs. There is so much shit on there. It is the best way to support the show. If you haven't, please consider checking out patreon.com/PWPalskis. You also get entered into the monthly championship battle royal. Our current PWP champ Mike Lucas will defend that title next week. So if you want to take that title away from Mike and destroy his childhood dream, you got to become a patron.
There's at least 16 episodes of the old one.
Wow.
These are all jumbled, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Not as well organized as the ones we made at the main pod.
But yeah. Encyclopedias, they proved to be a great icebreager for parties. Just bust out the encyclopedia
and open it up.
And then everybody would be going like, huh, wow, geez, seems a little gay. And then some other people would be like, oh, I remember that guy. Didn't they kill a loved one or a wife? And like, yeah. So it's just great. It's great for a party, you know?
How do you want to do this time? We're remote, so we can't just
hand me the book.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now I'll start flipping.
How do I
randomly.
get it through? How do I get it through the camera? I keep pushing up against it. Nothing's happening.
You should watch.
I like that I'm doing a visual bit. We're not video. I'm doing that bit just for you, Scott.
Yeah. Thanks.
Stupid idiot. Do you want to do the thing where I just scroll and you say stop?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Stop.
Alrighty, we are in. We're in the ends.
Ooh.
We have a full page on the left, just dedicated to Nikolai Volkoff.
Really? He gets a whole page?
A whole page.
I'm stunned.
A whole page for Nikolai Volkoff, and then on the other side, we have.
Oh, you're gonna get your bubble burst. You're probably gonna think he's so Russian from Russia.
Wait. What are you talking about? His name is Nikolai Volkoff. Look at his hat.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh my God, this is Chief J Strongbow all over again.
How many Polish people does it take to make one Russian wrestler?
Well, on the other side, on the other page, we've got. Oh, by the way, this is page 250 and 251 for those keeping track. And I don't know who the fuck you are. It's a North American Heavyweight Championship, Northland Express Enterprises, Nunzio.
Whoa.
And No Way Jose.
Oh, God.
And NWA Heart of America Sports Central States Wrestling. So a whole bunch of weird shit.
With, I think, two of the things that you mentioned.
A bunch of weird shit over here. Well, do you want to just start with Nikolai Volkoff? Since that's
sure.
Yeah, Nikolai Volkoff, I think, is one of those people that I have a connection to the name. And when I was a kid, I know
23andMe
that he was a big deal. Yeah. Volkoff is actually that was my mom's maiden name. I have a recollection of him being around, but I can't place him. I can't be like, oh yeah, I remember the feud he had with this guy, or he was just one of those
singing voice
people that was around. I do remember him singing, yes, the Russian national boy.
Oh, looks like we turned to page Tamina.
Russian national. That's hard for me. The Russian national anthem.
Well, you got to get used to it soon. I
get paid to do voiceover and to do voice spots. I'm very good.
They pay you too much.
I need to read it. I'm a very good reader. I'm incredibly good at cold reading when I see the words in front of me. When I'm just trying to talk and be a fucking human being who exists in the world, my brain and my mouth are at odds with each other.
Yeah,
constantly.
Podcasting was a good choice.
I didn't want to do this. It's all Johnny's fault.
That you started a whole network and then inserted yourself into every show?
First off, that's not at all what happened. And two, yes.
Nikolai Volkoff, I can't say I remember feuds necessarily, but I remember him teaming with Iron Sheik.
Tag team champions, right?
And they were so foreign.
Yeah.
Ooh. They were so foreign, so evil, and the boots and the hat and all that, but that was my introduction to both cultures, really.
That's fucking hilarious.
Because what else was it gonna be? It wasn't Thundercats. It wasn't
That's
fucking
really funny.
It's with your kid, you're getting it through
I get it.
childlike means. I mean, Rocky IV was later.
Right.
Maybe I saw Gorbachev on TV before that, but I just didn't understand why that guy didn't just, clean his forehead. But no, Nikolai Volkoff was the guy. And I always thought it strange when he sang the Russian national anthem. See how easy that was? And I thought it was kind of a cool song, but I was always mad that people booed during it because I wanted to hear it. I felt like I never got to hear the song.
Yeah.
Or the commentators would talk or something would happen and I go, why can't he just sing it? Just let him sing the song and then he'll be done. He never went like, all right, the second verse, same as the first, a little bit louder, a little bit more. Like he never extended
everybody. Yeah.
He just wanted to sing it one time. So as a kid, I never understood. Just let him do it.
He's got such sad eyes. I'm just noticing the photo that they have of him. He has such sad looking. It's the eyebrows. The fact that his eyebrows go up in the middle like that. He looks like that like really sad emoji. God, I like the quote. They have a quote in here, the book. There's not alive an American in the whole world that can scare me.
There's not alive an American?
In the whole world. So, doesn't matter where in the world you are an American.
Sure.
In the entire world, wherever you are, if you're an American, you can
hold on.
And you are alive.
Where is Carmen Sandiego from?
San Diego. She stole her name from her place of origin.
San Diego.
San Diego. San Diego.
San Diego is 2 words.
San Diego.
San Diego. Because she might, if she's American, that could be the one that he's talking about. Like no matter where in the world you are, Carmen San Diego.
There it is. You will not scare me.
You will not scare me. And I have Rockapella on my side. And then if Rockapella did the Russian national anthem, that'd be the best.
So where is Nikolai Volkoff billed from? It's not a trick.
I want to say Moscow.
It's not a trick question.
Yeah, I could think
the
of.
Soviet Union. That's just what it was.
Okay.
From the whole place.
From parts known.
Yeah.
Soviet Union.
And where do you think he's actually from?
Poland.
Yugoslavia. Federalist Republic of Yugoslavia. Yeah.
Where's that?
Yugoslavia? It's in Europe.
Are you
Yugoslavia? I don't know where. Yeah.
Well, I'm asking. I don't know. My geography's terrible.
Yeah, it's over there. So it's it's sort of like Rusev, like Bulgaria, Russia. It's like that kind of thing.
Oh.
Where it's like, yeah, not really, but his name is Josip. Josip. That's a great name.
Josip.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Croatian American. Josip. Oh boy, there's a lot of consonants next to each other.
Joseph. Oh boy, that's your catchphrase.
HRVOJE.
Just go for it.
I'm gonna say Hervo. If you don't pronounce the J.
Ervo.
Ervoji.
Emoji.
Ervoji.
See,
oh, emoji.
He was a sad eye emoji.
Peruzovic.
Peruzovic.
That's his last name. Josip Veroji Beruzovic.
Man, how is he not in that sauna scene in Red Heat? He's begging to be in that.
His name was Beppo. He was Beppo of one of the executioners. I didn't know that. Remember we talked about them.
Beppo?
Yeah, remember the execution with the mask?
Executioner Hood.
Yeah. That was him. He was Beppo. That was his name.
Oh, I hear Beppo. I think clown.
Yeah,
Beppo the clown.
Tag champion and Hall of Famer, but never a singles champion at all. That I find surprising, but maybe not for that era because there wasn't.
Well, I was gonna say, hold on. Think of the era that we're in now.
Right.
The first to arrive on Netflix champion. You know, when they show the people just arriving to the arena, like that's championship.
Right.
Everybody gets a title for something nowadays. Back then, it was tough. They had to fucking invent one at one point for Pat Patterson and go like, yeah, you won in Rio de Janeiro. We did
where
matches.
It was? Rio? Yeah.
Right next to Yugoslavia.
A part of me is, like glad that Nikolai Volkoff is dead, because the last thing we need is for WWE to get any ideas to be like, oh, let's bring him back as like a real Putin apologist.
No, they would just do that with Slaughter.
Oh yeah,
they would just keep doing
of course,
that.
Yes, right, yes. I mean, Volkoff was a babyface at one point, didn't he? Wasn't he pro America for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Oh, he is dead. It's a bummer.
He died in 2018.
From what?
A broken heart. I don't know. It doesn't say on the interwebs. He was 70 years old. He had been treated for dehydration and medical issues, then died at home a few days later.
This all says this in WWE Encyclopedia?
No, this is on this. I went to Wiki for this one.
Oh, come on. You got the book in front of you. You got to read some of the book.
Okay, you want me to read the book? Which one? All right, this,
what's
so
the book
long.
say he died
I mean,
from?
like this. Oh. In 2005.
For being so foreign out of the USA, he just died because he was wrong.
In 2005, Nikolai's remarkable 5-decade-long career was celebrated when he was inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame alongside several of his contemporaries, including former partner Iron Sheik. And then that's where it ends, so I guess that's where he died.
Oh.
Nothing came after that. Well, from Nikolai Volkoff, from Russia to Sicily, Nunzio is on the page. The other side.
All that writing and there's nothing of note to read that he gets a whole page?
It's all kayfabe stories about like his time in Russia and shit.
Well, read one of them. Because you said like I don't remember any feuds or anything, so let's see. Okay. Let's hear about the time like he wrestled a bear and then had all these scars on him, and then he was a street fighter.
Let's see here. We'll jump around. In the mid 70s, he was a huge draw. Classy Freddie Blassie's first protege after the Hollywood fashion plate ended his in-ring career. A match against Bruno Sammartino broke the live gate attendance record at Madison Square Garden.
Well, that's cool.
That's pretty cool. Later, the hated Volkoff was involved in a near riot when fans discovered he was part of the Masked Executioners tag team, along with Killer Kowalski and Big John Studd, the champions at the time. After the deceptive trio was stripped of the titles, he split time between WWE, Japan, and the regional territories of the then NWA.
That's pretty impressive that he was able to pull that off.
During an episode of the Brother Love Show, a WWE interview segment, newfound friend Hacksaw Jim Duggan adopted Nikolai as a brother. They formed the tag team with the Stars and Stripes of the USA as their inspiration. So,
he couldn't get a compromise. Fucking sickle in there?
So no compromise for Jim Duggan. Jim Duggan's like, no, you're just going to assimilate to me. We're not going to meet in the middle here at all.
They couldn't even, he's like, I got a 2x4 and you got a hammer and a sickle.
USSAR.
Yeah, they could have done something, some sort of mishmash. Couldn't just all be Stars and Stripes. I do want to see that Brother Love episode now with Duggan and Nikolai.
He was then awarded the Medal of Honor from the National Boy Scouts for his contributions to world peace.
Really?
Yeah. It was during this period that Volkoff began asking to be announced from the newly independent Lithuania rather than the old Soviet Union.
You're a good reader.
Can I tell you? No, I can't. It doesn't matter. It's a rope. Yeah, then it's all just like, yeah, they won this thing here. In 1995, he returned to WWE and broke the hearts of fans when he joined Ted DiBiase's $1 million corporation as a low-level henchman. Is that why he broke his heart? Because he was low level?
Yeah, he's like, oh, what am I, second tier? No, buddy, you're low level.
I'm thinking
below IRS? Yeah, sorry.
I'm thinking his last match ever was that gimmick battle royal in 2005.
I don't think that's true.
No, you think
That might be his most.
or not 2005? Sorry, whenever X7 was.
Yes, but I think I recall seeing photos of him like at a high school gymnasium.
Oh,
and
I guess I meant
still suiting up.
I guess I meant for WWE, but yeah, I assume that those dudes are just gonna,
of course,
wrestle until they die.
Yeah, unless he fought Muhammad Hassan, that was it.
God, they need to bring the gimmick battle royal back.
They do. They do, like every 10 years.
I feel like they should just have one night where, you know, they have like a pay-per-view for like everything now that has its own pay-per-view. It's like, I feel like Hell in a Cell is its own. If you like Money in the Bank, it's its own pay-per-view. All these different things.
They don't do that with Hell in the Cell anymore.
I know. Okay. Well, bad example, but you understood the fucking intent. They should just have a gimmick battle royal event where we're coming for that. And the rest of the show could just be like fucking all novelty, silly shit. And the wrestling fans that hate it all could not watch because it's all on one show.
That'd be great, because then we get two in the night. We get one to start, that's the women's, and then
that's right.
Later, that's the men's.
The women's gimmick battle royal. I'd watch it. Well, anyways, now do you want to go talk about Nunzio? Not like there's a lot to say.
Yeah.
We don't have a ton to say about Nunzio.
You don't, maybe?
I like that guy.
I do too. I love his big feet.
He was one of the first people that, like, you know, was super nice to me when I was pretending to be a pro wrestler.
We thought like teens. He handled the money or something, so he was nice.
But yeah, him in the Northeast in the early 2000s and the FBI, like they were so much fun. I fucking love
Little Guido.
They had great, as Little Guido, they had great feuds with the Baldies, who were an awesome team. With what was the name of that other group? The the Gangsta Squad, Mafia Mac, and whoever else. Like I absolutely loved him. And then when he was on my television, I was like, I don't like him as much as I like him in the shows.
Why?
I don't know. I think, in fairness, like I also wasn't watching the TV product religiously at the point. I was happy for him. I was like, oh my God.
Which product are you talking? You talking ECW?
Whatever. Yeah. Whenever he went to WWE and was on TV. No, not ECW. Or unless it was WWECW. That's what you're referring to.
No, I'm talking like he obviously made a name for himself in ECW.
Yeah, I wasn't as familiar with him in that until I was in the Indies and I saw him just wrestling post the fame of ECW. Yeah.
I'd seen him a little bit through like tapes and DVDs from ECW stuff, and most of the other full-blooded Italian guys, I'm like, whatever. Right. I like him. I like his presence. I like how fiery he was.
I just like that he was small, but he was like you know what it was? Is he was like, you know, I talk a lot about the sort of like douchebag machismo tough guy attitude that I can't stand.
Yeah,
it's
wrestlers.
And a lot of it is because they're living it in a way that feels authentic, and that's what's cringe about it to me. But Nunzio he felt like he was making fun of these kids that I went to school with that are just like him. These 5'2" little Italian guys who, like, you know, started doing curls when they were in middle school, and so they had like arms where they thought they were like tough. Like, I don't know, he felt to me like he was a parody of these people, and I love them for that.
I was in my time of doing nothing about it, but just being an armchair booker of watching wrestling and going like, you know what they should do? They should do this. They should do that. I had an idea that I was really high up on, that if I was ever a writer, that I thought Nunzio was the perfect guy for it. And the rest of the full-blooded Italian guys in WWE, then when they absorbed the ECW guys, it was perfect, because Nunzio to me was the brain. Like, he was the smart guy. He was the one who could talk. He was the one that had some presence. You put the leather jacket on him and it's like, look, you know, he's the leader. He's the smallest guy, but he's still the leader.
Right. Yes.
Clearly. Like, you put Palumbo with him, you put Stromboli, like whatever Italian guys you want to put with him, it's like, I'm still looking at Nunzio going like, that's the guy.
Right.
And I thought it could have been fun. It could have been fucking horrible execution of it in the long term. But I thought it would have been really fun to have him fix wrestling.
Okay.
I thought it would have been fun to have
Right.
this Italian
Right.
mobster-esque guy
That's fun.
like betting on matches and talking to guys and having them throw matches where they tap out
yeah.
suddenly.
That's really
or
fun
they
because
don't-
it preys on the kayfabe reality of like, oh, yeah, that's actually really funny.
And it works its way up that in the beginning you see it happen with smaller guys and, you know, lower stakes stuff. But then it starts getting into world title territory stuff where he is amassing some power. He is amassing some influence. And then it starts to become, wait, will that competitor sell out and go for the money that Nunzio is going to give him to throw in the title, to lay down for whoever it is? And then we have that element in play.
Yeah, that's actually a really good premise. And
I
he
thought
would have been so good for that.
I think it was all about Nunzio, because I thought specifically Nunzio would have pulled that off, would have pulled off being threatening. He isn't the guy that could beat you up necessarily.
No.
If say this is the wrong time frame, but just for the quickness of it, Stone Cold and The Rock.
Okay.
Like he's involved in title matches like that, trying to throw his influence around.
Right.
He's not going to beat either guy up. But now we know he's built up the equity and he's built up the money and he's got the power and influence that you're still going to listen to him and take him seriously, because if you don't do it down the line, he's going to affect something else, or he could have 10 other guys in his back pocket.
Right.
It's going to fuck up everything about it. Or it's not an NWO thing, but it's mafia.
Right.
It's like it's an active competitor wrestling mafia that is changing the landscape of things. And then your general managers, your owners, or whoever, your Vince, is pissed off because there's this entity and it's like, are you doing this? Because all the stuff in the beginning would be like, are you somehow trying to, did someone throw the match because of you? Like, no, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, what do you even mean? And then sometime later, then you catch somebody with a wad of cash,
right?
Something like that. Then there's clues and things, but it was all based on him. Like the whole idea was like, he's the guy that could pull something like that off, and you could change his heavies at any point and he's still the guy. And then you want to see his ass kicked. Like he then becomes that great manager type.
If you had to take this exact premise and give it to somebody right now in WWE or AEW, who could do that now? It doesn't have to be like Italian mob. You don't have to pick an Italian guy. Like you could, I mean, MJF kind of comes to mind.
Sure.
MJF would be really good at it.
I think because he's so good and active.
Yeah.
He's the one where I'd go like, yeah, I'd have him involved at some point, but I wouldn't make him the guy just because it'd be helpful for someone else to have it.
No. Yeah.
You know, the Judgment Day at one point feels like that could have been something of theirs. Like even Damian Priest.
I mean, Damian Priest would have, or actually Dom could be funny with it too. Cause he's also like, he's Weasley and he's dirty. He's literally dirty, but like in the way that criminally dirty. Yeah.
But even like a Priest where we've still never had that one thing to really hang his hat on. We're going like, yeah, he's big and he's.
I remember that time he fell off the ropes. That's that's my current.
But if he was also fixing shit,
yeah, I like it.
Like that's something for him. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that really springs to mind. Dewdrop.
I mean,
no.
I feel like it's the sort of thing that like Austin Theory could maybe get away with too, just because he's like smarmy.
Yeah. And the other one could fuck it up.
Grayson Waller, his partner.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, where he lets it on.
Right.
And Austin Theory's like,
he's not being cool. It's like, be cool. Yeah. He's like doing, I like that Grayson Waller's doing like really big winks to like the guys in the ring. The fuck, dude?
Well, he's the guy like in the mafia movies and stuff where he's spending the money too quick when they're all supposed to lie low for 6 months.
Yep. Yeah, he's
like, look at the car guy. He's like, why did you get a car?
He's gonna blow at everything.
Yeah. So don't spend. Like, hey, no, I get it. Hey, look at the catering I got. It's like all this fucking fresh lobster and everything. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Nunzio had more legs as like a person for the company, but I don't know what happened, why they eventually let him go. If it was just because that was at that weird time where they didn't know what to do with all this influx of talent, and he's an undersized guy. I'm sure Vince didn't like him.
He's cruiserweight, size, and they were occasionally trying to do that, and
they picked Brian Kendrick and like, that's the guy for now. We're not gonna have anybody little anymore.
Yeah, we got Funaki. We have a couple that we actually put time into, and I can't say necessarily it's wrong place, wrong time, because he still got to be there, still got paid, still got
he worked
time.
He worked as a referee, I remember.
Oh, really?
For a very brief period of time. Yeah. I remember because it was around the time, give or take a year or two in either direction, because I'm shit with memories and times, but around the time that I started watching again, I remember randomly seeing him as a referee and being like, what the fuck is little Guido doing refereeing this? And I was like, okay, good for him. It would have been 2010, maybe, somewhere in that world, because I started watching it around 2009. But yeah.
I'm looking to see if he's still active.
Like doing anything.
And, just a solid look.
Yeah, really good. I mean, listen, this ain't a Hitman rating system, but he would definitely lose points for being undersized. But for his gimmick, I mean, that dude looks like a little Guido for sure.
But he's shredded, and that jawline that he has.
Yeah. Good looking guy, but
it's a sharp jaw.
Yeah. Looking like a greaser. Oh wait, he's got a little badge. Was he a champion in WWE? Oh, he was a cruiserweight. Yeah. I don't think I realized that was around at that point. I guess so, yeah.
In 2022, he made an appearance on TNA.
Oh, did he really?
Challenging Matt Cardona for the Impact Digital Media Championship, where he was unsuccessful. Son of a bitch. That's the last Wikipedia entry, but if he's doing that in 2022,
right.
Shit.
Right on.
Well, hopefully he's happy and doing stuff.
Yeah.
We like him. We like you, little Guido, Nunzio, Damian Stone, Guido. He's got so many names on here. Jeff the Killer, James Stone, Tony Broadway. Kind of like Tony Broadway.
Tony Broadway. That's pretty good. Not as good as No Way Jose. No.
Did you see this fucking guy at all?
No. Did I see him? Oh, of course I did.
Yeah.
He was in NXT at the time when I liked NXT the most, and it wasn't because of him. I was upset that they stole Adam Rose's gimmick and gave it to No Way Jose. This is a dude who got over.
I conflated him with somebody else.
Oh, okay. No Way Jose got over because of the song. They came up with a song, and they're like, well, we like this guy. He was a mediocre wrestler. He was a baseball player, and they kept bringing that up, but nothing about him was baseball-y. So they had him do a lariat, and they're like, oh, that lariat is kind of like pitching, kind of like throwing a baseball. And I was like, what are we doing here? It was so conflated and convoluted, and other words that sound like that. Yeah. His signature move was the fastball punch. That's what it was.
I mistook him in my mind for another guy that made me groan when watching, and like, oh God, is this it? Really? This is all we're doing? Just the one note wrestler guy? Fuck. Ricky Ortiz.
Oh, Ricky Ortiz. Oh, see, now I have to look him up.
ECW, and he had basically a rally towel.
I remember the rally towels. Yes, Ricky Ortiz with the hair. And that was his whole gimmick, was that he had a little rally towel. This was WWE ECW era? Like when Drew McIntyre first debuted, around that time frame.
Yeah, I think so.
Trent Barretta was around. Yeah.
Well, I've grown totally intolerant of, we're getting in the door, we're giving one little thing. It's like, look, I know it's not on you, but boy, do I react poorly when that shit happens. And No Way Jose was that. And they just crossed streams in my mind where,
you know what?
Oh, he's that
You're
guy.
Not
no,
wrong.
He's not that guy. He's this guy. He's that guy.
They definitely have connective tissue. There's some shared wrestling DNA between the two for sure. They both have the big crazy hair. They're both like party people, right? Like it's all about like, oh, they're having a good time. But yeah.
No Way Jose. Look, I don't know at the end of the day if that guy's really skilled or talented or not. I look at him and I go, you got very lucky. to have had as much time as you did in that company and doing what you did, because I didn't see it. I didn't think there was.
He had a great look, and he was an imposing figure. He was a huge dude, and
he was huge.
Yeah, I recall him being like a big dude. I think of him as like a, maybe just like Ricky Ortiz, just big giant. But no, I feel like he's a, maybe it's because I'm looking at Nunzio on the page right here. I mean, it says here. Oh wait, never mind. I have
actual size.
I have things. It says he's 6'3", 245. So he wasn't little.
Okay.
Wasn't a little guy. Maybe he wasn't like a 6'7" guy.
I'm 6'5", so he's pretty little.
Yeah, but the hair.
I keep eating my emotions here.
The hair made him 7 feet, though.
Right.
And definitely big, larger than life. He had a lot of personality, but it didn't matter. There was no story. They didn't know what to do with him, because once the song stopped and people stopped singing, there was no story to tell.
No, and I don't think he could. And whether or not they gave him anything past the, like, I'm smiling and all of my body hair is huge. Like there's,
right.
You got nothing else. Cause to me, he wasn't that expressive in his body.
Sure.
And it wasn't as lively in his body. Like here I am using him as a fucking example, but, Gronk's best friend.
Gronk's best friend? Yeah. Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, Mojo.
Right.
Mojo had that energy everywhere.
Yeah.
So as much as I didn't care for watching the guy, I couldn't deny that energy that was going through the arena, and like you couldn't deny not watching that guy and go like, Jesus Christ, what is with him? And like I said, with No Way Jose, there's a song and he's smiling and there's people, but you took everything away and it's silence, and then you go, what do you got?
Right. Ding, ding, ding.
I don't know.
Right. Sure.
Okay.
It's really damning. Excuse me. That his very little blurb. I can read the entirety of his passage. It's like 3 sentences, but there's nothing in here about a single opponent or match specifically.
Okay.
At all. This is his entirety of his thing. Competing in and winning matches is important, but for No Way Jose, matches just seem to be the briefest of interruptions in the dance party that is his life. He never comes to the ring alone, instead leading a conga line of revelers down the ramp and around the ring. Don't let the celebration outside the ring fool you, though. Once the bell rings, No Way Jose is all business, and he will use a variety of punches and slams to put his opponent down as quickly as possible so he can get back to dancing. That's it.
They should have had other wrestlers. They should have had You Got It Dude and Have Mercy, and they all could have created a stable called Full House.
His name?
That if you're going to just fucking
name
everybody from
Get It,
Full House
cut it out. Cut it out. What was the name of Uncle Joey's puppet? The woodchuck?
Yeah.
Is it made of wood? Had that kind of voice.
And that's when he brought a lady home. And he's like,
yeah.
Would you like to see my world?
Yeah, that's what that Alanis Morissette song's about.
There's controversy here, by the way. Quick Full House sidebar.
Uh-oh.
It is said that Joey is not an uncle.
No, he's not a blood uncle.
But that he's not Uncle Joey. He's just Joey.
Oh, that they never refer to him as Uncle Joey? Yeah, no, you're probably
Uncle
right.
Jesse.
I think you're right. It's Uncle Jesse and then Joey.
Then Joey's just the burnt out comedian that can't ever get his own place.
Yeah, he's just a freeloader, a piece of shit. Right. Yeah. I empathize. The thing about No Way Jose too is that his name isn't Jose, and then No Way is his nickname in quotes. Like it's time for No Way Jose. His name is No Way Jose. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Who is he, Jose? Because if so, they're telling him his own name tells him no. It's already a negative.
Mr. Jose.
Mr. Jose. Oh, Jose's his last name. Oh, wait, is Way his middle name? Oh, his name is No Way Jose. Those are his 3. Got it.
Right. He's in a failed Abbott and Costello routine. Who's in WWE ECW? No way. Come on, you got to tell me.
No. Well, the other things that were on this page were the North American Heavyweight Championship, the Northland Wrestling Enterprises, and the NWA Heart of America Sports / Central States Wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know what two of these things are.
All right, what are the two that you don't know? We'll start there.
Well, I know what the title is.
The North American Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start there then instead. Despite being its short history, many historians view the North American Heavyweight Championship as an important prize. Oh boy, that's a typo. That's not at all. That doesn't make any sense. Despite being its short history, many historians...
Despite it having a short history?
I think that's what it's supposed to say. Or just despite its short history. I think the word being shouldn't be there. Despite its short history, many historians view the North American Heavyweight Championship as an important prize. In March of 1979, after weeks of deliberation, the WWE Championship Committee awarded Ted DiBiase the North American Heavyweight Championship. Just gave it to him. Didn't last long.
He gets a lot of titles. Just, here you go.
Didn't last long, though, because just a couple months later, Pat Patterson would dethrone him, and other factors conspired against the future of the North American title. In 1979, Patterson unified the title with the South American Heavyweight Championships, and the two became the Intercontinental title at a tournament in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
It all comes back. It all comes back.
Oh. Amazing.
So the North American Heavyweight Championship became the Intercontinental Championship.
Yep, because it merged with the South American Heavyweight Championship. So the North and the South. This is what ended the Civil War. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it became the Intercontinental, not the Continental. It's weird how we took the North of America, the South of... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm dumb. North America and South America, not Northern America, like the USA. It is two continents. It should be the Intercontinental, you dumb fucking idiot. God, I am so stupid. It's astounding that I made it to 42 sometimes.
Yeah, well, I got bad news for you. You're 46.
What?
We don't have any polls. We have no pole championship. We have no North Pole championship. We have no South Pole championship to then have the Interpole championship.
The Interpole, right. The bipolar champion.
Oh yeah. Well, I've dated some of those.
Yeah.
They always win.
I've dated some contenders. All right. So then you want to talk about the Northland Wrestling Enterprises?
Yes. What is this that Nikolai Volkoff couldn't even be a lower tiered member of?
From 1946 to 1980, goddamn, Northland Wrestling Enterprise was one of the industry's hidden territories, stretching hundreds.
It's hidden?
It stretched hundreds of miles across northern and eastern Ontario.
Okay.
Operating out of North Bay, the circuit included Pembroke, Sudbury, and Sault Ste. Marie, and closed up in the inhospitable winter. When promoter
Sault Ste. Marie, is that the name of a place or a person?
Sault Ste. Marie is the name of a place. SAULT.
That's a perfect glow wrestling name.
It really is.
I'm just Sault Ste. Marie.
So essentially, it was Larry Kasaboski is his name. Kasaboski, like Palski. It was his company, and he shut it down in the winter when he would wrestle around the United States under the names Larry Cash and Larry Raymond. And so he would travel around and pick and find people in the winter months to bring up during the other seasons to wrestle for him.
I mean, that's pretty crafty if it's in Canada, it's the winter, and you're like, fucking shut it down. Nobody's coming out.
Along with Kasaboski himself, wrestlers included George Temple, brother of actress Shirley Temple. Wait, what? Shirley Temple's brother was a wrestler?
Wow.
Wait, really? Shirley Temple's brother was a professional wrestler in Canada? That's amazing.
She missed her calling.
Shirley
Temple is Canadian?
George Temple. Well, maybe not. Maybe he just wrestled in Canada, but let me look him up. George Temple. Wrestler. George Francis Temple. No, wait. See, this is wrong. This says brother of actress Shirley Temple. On the website, it says Shirley Temple's father. Oh, wait, no. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. His son was named after the father. George Francis Temple is the father.
I thought it was going to get incestuous here real quick.
Who was an actor. His children were Shirley and George Jr., who was a professional wrestler.
Wow.
He looks like one of those old school wrestlers with the high tights and the barrel chest, you know?
Like Shirley Temple.
Just like Shirley. Yep.
That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Right on.
So, and his wrestling name was George
Temple. Yeah, he just wrestled as George Temple, according to the very limited information that's on the internet about him.
That's insane. Because I wonder if she ever made an appearance or if they let it be known like that he's the brother of Shirley Temple, if that was part of the marketing.
It had to be. I mean, it literally says most notable for being famed child actress Shirley Temple's brother. So how do you not? Although, I don't know, maybe in the world of wrestling. Yeah.
Guy couldn't draw a dime. Everybody knew him as Shirley Temple's brother.
We're talking about,
because all he would do when he's in the ring was tap dance.
Talk about wrestling with shadows. Like, fuck Bret Hart. Try wrestling with Shirley Temple as your younger sister or whatever. Well, that's fun.
Is he alive?
No, he died in 96.
Oh, so he didn't get to wrestle with Nikolai Volkoff at the end.
Nope. But wait, let's read some of the other names here that wrestled for Northland Wrestling Enterprises. Roy Shire, Dory Funk Sr., Skull Murphy, the Swedish Angel, Mad Dog Vachon, Ricky Starr, Tough Tony Bourne, Rubberman Johnny Walker. These are the best fucking names.
Rubberman Johnny Walker.
It's a great name. Bull Curry, the Elephant Boy, Terry and Ronnie Garvin, Primo Carnera, and Jacques Rougeau Sr.
The Elephant Boy. Isn't he in the Howard Stern Whack Pack?
Probably. Most of these people were. I think that's where Rubberman came from as well.
I love this group.
I kind of want to know more about the Swedish Angel.
Sure.
I mean, that seems like a Body Donna kind of thing. Oh my God. Never mind. Google the Swedish Angel and look at this dude's mug.
I'm working on it.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's Tor Johnson.
That's Tor. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So Tor Johnson is famously known to be not friends with the Temples, but was in Ed Wood movies. He's in Plan 9 from Outer Space.
He looks like he's from outer space. God, this photo of him, the profile, where he's got his hand on his chin. I don't know if you just, I clicked Google Images after I looked for Swedish Angel. And it's just his profile. It's amazing. It looks like a Jack Kirby drawing. This dude looks like The Thing without The Rock.
Well, so that's why Ed Wood loved him, because he was perfect. Because he looked like, a monster.
Yeah.
Because he's in Plan 9 from Outer Space, most famously. And then when you get into the best movies with wrestlers in the discussion, and one that is often forgot about until this very moment where I forget about it, who plays Tor Johnson in the movie? George Animal Steel.
Oh, interesting.
George Animal Steel is in the movie Ed Wood playing Tor Johnson.
Playing that character in Plan 9 from Outer Space. Because
they look... That's about as close as you can get in real life.
Yeah, I think that Tor is a little bit more freakish in nature than George is, but still.
Yeah, he's the mold.
Yeah. Wow. Swedish Angel's fucking badass. Put him in 2K25, people.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, the other thing that was on this page that you never heard of was the NWA Heart of America Sports Central States Wrestling. So I'm assuming it's another little territory. Let's read about it.
What are the initials? If you said look, I know I said a lot, but that's the
NWA HASCSW.
What a fucking mess.
One cannot discuss the history of the NWA without including the Heart of America territory.
Well, they could if they don't have the time.
Yeah.
To just say the name of it.
Or if you don't own the WWE Encyclopedia, you might not even be aware of it. God knows we weren't.
No.
It was promoted in Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, and Illinois. It was Iowa promoter Pinky George who hosted the gathering that created the NWA in 1948, while Kansas City promoter Orville Brown was the first recognized champion. In 1963, after the name of the territory was changed to Central States Wrestling, that's why there's a dash. So it had two names. It was either Heart of America Sports or Central States Wrestling.
Okay.
So it wasn't a weird sort of sub factor. They just two names. Wrestling Compadres / PWP. Bob Geigel, Geigel, became the promoter.
I've heard that name before.
Bob Geigel became the promoter. His partners included 2 NWA champions, Pat O'Connor and Harley Race. He served 3 terms as NWA president. I thought you could only run twice. Kansas City Memorial Hall was the site for 2 NWA title changes. Race's win over Dory Funk Jr. in 1973 and Ric Flair's 1981 victory over Dusty Rhodes. Other stars of the territory included Rufus R. Jones, Mike George, Roger Rip Kirby, Colonel Black Rob Lee, Hangman Bobby Jaggers, and the Batten twins. Bulldog Bob Brown held the Central States Championship 16 times.
I can't get over Bobby Jaggers.
Bobby Jaggers, baby. Hangman Bobby Jaggers. Got to say the whole name.
Hangman Bobby Jaggers. That's a Will Ferrell character, if ever I've heard one.
Yeah, Bobby Jaggers. That sounds like, listen, we were talking the other day about how we've been watching Eastbound and Down. That sounds like somebody that Kenny Powers fights with.
Yeah.
Hangman Bobby Jaggers.
Hangman Bobby Jaggers. You go fuck yourself.
In 1986, Jim Crockett Jr. took over the territory. He Geigel reclaimed the territory next year, but then closed down in 1988. So, short.
That's a heck of a run, though, with Flair and Race and all that.
Anyway, Heart of America Sports. That, honestly, Central States Wrestling, that's terrible. No good. But Heart of America Sports, that's a good name for a company.
Yeah.
Heart of America Sports. Yeah.
And you can buy a couch, like all at one place.
Oh, you think it's the name of a place, like a brick and mortar building?
Heart of America Sports. Come on in to watch a show with the family. Then leave with a brand new 3-seat couch.
Make sure you get yourself a novelty baseball hat on the way out. Well, there you go. What an odd and eclectic WWE Encyclopedia episode.
I liked it. Yeah, this was a great mix of stuff.
So fucking weird.
Did you like it, Zoosh?
Who should be on the episode art?
Tor Johnson.
Okay, I'll take it.
Maybe the Plan 9 from outer space, like him coming out of the graveyard, like that famous shot.
But I'm kind of obsessed with this profile I was telling you about. But maybe we'll see.
Well, that too. Whatever's easier for you to get.
I gotta get a high res, baby. And then just
Swedish Angel.
I'll do the
versus the Fallen Angel.
I'll just say I was gonna do, since the profile shot looks like one of those Sears portrait studio things where you can put like what he's thinking about. I'll do that, and then Shirley Temple. He's just thinking about Shirley Temple.
Sure.
Well, there you have it, kids. WWE Encyclopedia 20 in the books.
Yeah, come on. Feedback here, people. Did any of you know that Shirley Temple had a brother that was involved in wrestling? That's
crazy.
We cracked something open here that no one's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see, there's no plaque for that at the Academy Museum in Hollywood.
And I looked him up too. George Francis Temple Jr. He is a pretty boy.
Yeah.
Like he is not Tor Johnson.
No, the opposite.
This is a baby face.
Yeah.
If ever there was one. Like it is.
Like he looks like a doll from the 40s.
He really does.
Like he looks like a toy, like a baby doll from the 40s.
The spirit of Annabelle is inside of him. A total sympathy for this kid. Like he gets in the ring, everybody's rooting for him, and you also go, that kid's gonna get murdered. He doesn't stand a chance. He's too pretty.
Well, there you have it. What are all the things that we do? Hey, Mike Lucas, current PWP champ, will defend that title next week. Again, please consider checking out the Patreon, show your support, and try to dethrone that son of a bitch.
Whoa.
It is a unfair match. You can just pay to have more entries, This is not fair. This is pro wrestling, baby. There ain't nothing fair about it. This is not sports. It is sports entertainment. You can load the deck in your favor. Load the deck, load the dice. I don't know how that analogy works. Loading the deck, stack the deck,
You heard
stack
my
the
pitch
deck.
for Nunzio, where we fix his wrestling.
Exactly.
Like you just pay off, and the odds are in your favor. That's what we're doing here. If I couldn't get it for Nunzio, God damn it, I'm going to incorporate it in our show.
Nunzio the shit out of that. Hey, leave us a voicemail, a call with questions, comments, concerns. Maybe you just have a question. Maybe you're just looking for advice. Maybe it's just an advice channel for you. 747-666-5606. That's 747-666-5606. Or you can just send a voice memo or a voice recording of any kind to hotline@pwpalskis.com. We'll put it right here on the show. We'll play it. We'll listen to it. We will talk right to you. What else?
Sure will.
What else, Scott? We got to thank our current Patreon Palskis.
Sure do. Thanks to all that support the show and our current Patreon Palskis: Adrian Avina, AJ0314, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, Andrea Beeler, Gilbert Short, Matt Lama, Mexican Stallion, Michael Beltran, Mike Lucas, the current PWP champ, Suicide, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hader, and Tony Griggs.
Thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of the program. Could not, would not, should not do it without you. Find us on the socials at Jake Wood Bacon, at Scott Narver, at PW Palskis. Check out the shop over at pwpalskis.com. Snag yourself a hat, a hoodie, a mug, phone case. Lots of really fun little merch over there with fun designs.
Some Shirley Temple dance tap shoes.
Yep, get yourself some Pro Wrestling Palskis Shirley Temple themed tap shoes, and some Swedish Angel eyebrow cream.
Because if you don't do it, you get crazy grandpa eyebrows.
Yeah.
Unruly.
Yeah. It's not named because he used it. It's named because he didn't use it.
Yeah.
Find
and
yourself
it's made from his bone marrow.
Right.
So it's a limited supply.
Sure. And then some Russian Nikolai Volkoff hats. I think
those are comfy.
I think we covered it all. Anything else, Scott?
No way, Jose.
Alrighty, thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you had fun. Always a blast hanging out with you, the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
It's Dragon Wagon.